different beings on this planet. Now, one thing before I start, all right, before I start this, I want you to understand a few things. There's more than just humans. If you're on that type of level, all right, there's more than just humans. All right, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna talk about the history, but we're gonna go beyond history. All right, y'all. You gotta understand. All planets have life. All planets have life. Okay. They have been hiding this from us so they could hide the beings that come here. All right. They've been hiding all this shit from us so they could stay in control, y'all. Even, and another thing too, there are many species of human, subspecies of human on various planets. Same with all the beings I'm about to name. All these different beings have number one, mixed. All these different beings have number two, lived on various planes of existence, as well as the different planets. All right, so we about to leave Earth right now. All right, we about to leave Earth, type shit. All right, I got a lot of requests for what y'all wanted me to talk about, so I'm gonna be talking about a lot of this stuff. All right, but just know that everything has not consciousness, but everything is alive in a sense because it's vibrating. Okay, that vibration is existence. All right, you have to be vibrating in order to even exist and conceive and be in reality. So, like this crystal ball, this thing is alive right now. It's just not on your vibratory frequency for you to be communicating with it, right? But just know, like, when we're tapped in, see, we're tapped in mostly when we're children, yo. We're tapped in mostly when we're children. This is why our imagination is so big. This is why we can talk to our stuffed animals and our blankets and shit. And you thinking that, oh, that was just my imagination. But that shit was very real to you in that moment in time. And that's because you were tapped in on the vibratory frequencies around you. All right. But a lot of our glands have been shut off. A lot of our nerves don't work right. A lot of our brain is very programmed, okay, because of everything that's been going on. But the main goal of this is just to understand that there's more to life out there. All right, and this is a big life cycle going on, and there's been a lot of mixing and genetic breeding, y'all, and shit like that. And we have all these different characteristics of all these beings. Ashe? So, peace to the gods and the goddesses of the planet. All right, peace to all the higher vibrating beings. Ashe? May peace be with the elders, my peers, and the children who are the bright suns, here to see a new revolutionary beginning. Ashe? All right, so we're going to break it down. All right, starting with black extraterrestrials. All right, so all 9 etheric beings, these are black extraterrestrials. Now, when I say black, I'm going to have to really be wise with my words because this shit get very deep and you could get lost by it. You can take that one wrong turn. So when I say black, I'm referring to plasma energy, dark matter energy beings all throughout the cosmos. And you gotta understand another thing too. Don't think of an image. Right now, I want you to drop all your belief systems. I want you to drop all imagery you have in your mind. And I want you to just think of the energies felt behind these words. Okay? So a black extraterrestrial is just a 9 etheric being, meaning this being contains plasma energy, the dark matter energy from which everything comes, that divine feminine, that black dot. All right? So black extraterrestrials are all 9 etheric beings. These beings are the oldest and from which all other beings come from. These beings all contain carbon at its base form. So what is carbon, y'all? The base form of all life in existence. They'll tell you that much. Okay. But they don't tell you that carbon is within everything, bro. Okay, and specific beings descend from this carbon. All right, not everyone is a carbonated being, but everything contains carbon in it. So you got to understand, if you are quote unquote black, okay, all my blacks and Latin Americans, you feel me? All the black people, bro. All right, if you have the woolly hair, you feel me? Your shit growing an afro, you're black. All right, you are a carbonated being. You are one of the most supreme beings of the whole cosmos, y'all. We create we are celestials. We create planets and suns on a metaphysical level, yo. Okay, so just understand the levels to this shit. Right now, you're incarnated as a human being. Okay, I'm gonna be breaking this shit now. So that's the black extraterrestrials. All right, and if you miss anything, don't worry about it. I'm gonna save this bitch. It's gonna be saved to my Instagram. So, all right, reptilians. I'm just breaking down the basic ones. Pretty much everyone's heard of these ones, but if you haven't, reptilians are all the reptile-like species on the planet. There's many species and sects of reptilians. Same with human beings. That's why y'all gotta understand. It's levels to everything in this shit. And not all reptilians are bad, but a lot of them are very malevolent, all right, and pirate-like. They just go absorbing energy. All right, they're the pirates. They're the vampires of the cosmos. All right, and they just manipulate the motherfucking beings. But all reptilian species come from the dragons or the dragos. All right, and as I said before, all reptile-like creatures. So that includes lizards, all right, snakes, serpents, whatever you wanna. All these different reptile-like beings. All right. So there, and another thing too, a lot of these beings, I'm gonna say, they have a constellation and they have a whole star system named after them. So you could literally Google some Lyra, Pleiades, Draco, okay, Sirius. All right, there's Orion. There's a lot of these different star systems that I've just been putting in your face. You never looked into it, but these are where these various beings come from. That's why they're called these things. All right. So that was the reptilians. All right. The Lyrans are all feline or cat-like species. All right. So all the feline species you can think of, the big cats, even some of us have Lyran starseed in us. Okay. Lyrans are very intelligent and mostly benevolent, meaning agreeable, good, whatever you want to think of. All right. So some people come from Lyrans, you feel me? If you are really drawn to like cats, all right, you might be of the Lyran starseed, you feel me? It's just the don't get too caught up in the light, you feel me? Don't get too caught up in these concepts, y'all. Understand that right now our biggest goal is ascension. We're trying to ascend the planet, right? We're trying to rise the frequency. So, but yes, Lyrans are just the feline species, okay? So, Pleiadians are very intelligent, very intelligent, and they're known for doing galactic pacts, okay, and treaties and shit. And they do this for survival, family. All right, because Pleiadians, the thing about Pleiadians is they're very intelligent, but they're a very weak species. All right, so they do various pacts and treaties with all these other beings to help secure their survival in the cosmos. You feel me? And they do also do it for various ulterior motives, y'all. These beings are very manipulative. So, and not all Pleiadians are the same. I'm just saying this is the majority of them. All right. So, just be wary of Pleiadians. All right. And basically, Pleiadians just look like white human beings. You can, some of them be looking tan. All right. They'll either be white with blonde, blue. All right, or they'll be tan. But the main way to spot out a Pleiadian is they're just tall, bro. Like they're tall and they act weird, bro. Like so, you'll know like if you begin to look into this shit. You'll know what a Pleiadian and all these different beings are when you come across them type shit. So, blue avians, that's just a species of ETs that are ultimately here to rise the consciousness of the planet. All right, so blue avians, they on our side. You feel me? They on the rising the frequency side. All right, they have stopped by, contacted people here. All right, people talk about them. Shit. So I'm not gonna go too much into blue avians, but just know a majority of them are here with a very high intelligence. All right, some people have a blue avian starseed in them. So if you feel like you are a blue avian and you've been trying to help rise the consciousness, you've been tapping into this intelligence, you might be a blue avian. You feel me? All right, Hindu deities. All right, this is what I'm saying. Y'all got to drop all your concepts, all your images. Drop that bitch today. All right, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different beings in this bitch. So, the Hindu deities originate from a planet called Nirvana. All right, they are malevolent beings, and they are the original jinns. So these Hindu gods are, just to put it lightly, they are the original jinns, y'all. They're just these malevolent beings that actually got kicked off their planet. All right, and you could look into. It's very hard to look into some of this shit because they're not gonna tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's out there for you. You feel me? It's out there for you. This is why they look into Nirvana so much. All right, but yeah. So before before BC, we're talking about before they started covering shit up, started warring with us. Okay, and these beings, when they got here, they were the original, the jinns. All right, the influencers. All right, the tricksters. So, but just look into that religion, y'all. Look into Hinduism. Look into all things, all right, and you get your basis off of it. Ashe. But the Nomos, we're gonna talk about the Nomos now. The Nomos were a descendant of the Anunnaki. All right, these were semi-aquatic beings from which various semi-aquatic beings, including mermaids, manatees, and dolphins, whales, and other various creatures descend from. Okay, so the Nomos, they were said to come out the waters and teach the people of the Dogon tribe, all right, and other various tribes around that area that they don't really talk about. But these beings were the original mermaids, all right, and these are black extraterrestrials as well. They come from Sirius. Same with a lot of our people, all right. But somebody told me to talk about Riskians. It's the same shit. Black extraterrestrials, all right. Riskians, Anunnaki, you feel me? The supreme beings, all right. But just it's more names out there, but don't pay attention too much to the names because that's just all that shit just gonna distract you from the main point, all right. So the Nomos, as I said before, they're the original mermaids, and these are from which all these other species come from, like the dolphins, the whales, motherfucking mermaids you hear about in myths. You feel me? All right, dwarves. These beings were the protectors of the forest. All right. So when I say dwarves, I mean trolls, fucking dwarves, my nigga. You guys know the story of Smurfs. All right, that's right in front of your face. All right, they were protectors of the forest. Okay, and a lot of people see they even have dwarfism. It's literally what it's called for people that are short. You feel me? But understand that this shit has been in front of your face for a long time, and you just haven't really looked at it like that. You feel me? You've had this veil over you. But understand that dwarfs are very real, and when we used to have our forests here, we don't really have forests anymore because of the destruction of the planet. But when we had our forests here, we had all types of beings in that bitch. All right. And these dwarves would really help with, and they would communicate and talk with the forest and shit. All right. So they were very connected to the planet, but not all of them were agreeable beings. So as I'm saying, like, there were some bad trolls out there. You feel me? It's like everything has the yin to the yang to it. Not everything, not every species. No species is just gonna be straight good or straight evil, yo. All right. That even goes for them bitch ass reptilians. All right. But they the niggas in the cosmos. You feel me? They the muff. Everyone know about them bitches. How they think they could just gain control of this shit. All right, against people's free will. But, yep, all truths will be revealed, y'all. All right, let's keep going. Genies are another form of jinns. Do not fall for any tricks making genies seem in your favor. They simply want your energy. So just straight like that. Don't even fuck with genies. All right, they make it seem like you get a wish. You feel me? Your wish is my command type shit, but it's way deeper than that. Don't ever believe some shit like that, bro. Don't ever think in this system that we're in right now, anything is gonna be in your face. Especially if you're a carbonated being, black extraterrestrial. They want y'all. They don't want. They fear you, bro. They fear you. So they ain't never gonna. Same with that mirror shit. Do not fall for that mirror shit, bro. I see people talking about, oh, mirror magic, mirror. Yeah, all right. Tap into that shit if you want to. Motherfuckers was doing that with Ouija boards too. But then you see how people look at that shit now. All right. Mirrors hold energy in them. All right. And the energy that mirrors hold is it's damn near like anti-photon energy, bro. Because think about it. The silica sand is what a mirror is made of. All right. And this actually rots and eats away natural materials that are as hard as even quartz. All right. This is a quartz crystal. All right. Silica sand is made with quartz in it. All right. So they're using this shit against us, y'all. Don't fuck with no mirrors, bro. But you can if you want to. You feel me? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You feel me? I'm just saying I warned you. All right. Stay aware out here. What was I talking about though? Fuck, my bad. Oh, the genies. Yeah, don't fuck with genies, y'all. Do not fuck with no genies. And there's a lot of genies that they hide within your thoughts, fam. Like if you're vibrating very low, you feel me? If you're in a very lackadaisical mindset, a very lazy mindset, or in a very fearful mindset, it's easy for these genies to really get to you because they're gonna come to you in your thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have you out here lusting for shit. You feel me? They're gonna have you out here being depressed. All right, this is all war on your frequency. It's not flesh and blood they after. All right, it's not flesh and blood they after. That's why when people still believe that our people are still getting killed off because we're black, that doesn't even make sense, y'all. That doesn't make no type of sense. Okay, so they destroyed our cultures, enslaved us, did all this other shit, right? They kidnap our children, our women, all right. They dig up our body parts, use our body parts for weapons, all type of medicines, all type of shit. You think they do all this because you're black? No. You gotta understand your importance. You gotta understand your importance. You gotta free your mind. All right. So we're gonna talk about fairies now. All right. These beings are all around us on different frequencies. All right. They are usually agreeable unless you have karmic debt against them. So fairies are all around us, y'all. Those little orbs you be seeing, you feel me? Or little sparklies or whatever you want to think of it as. All right. Sometimes you'll hear them, you feel me? But a lot of people, they've shut their minds off. They cannot tap into these different frequencies. So for those who have a high vibration and they've been seeing, hearing these different things, all right, these different beings and this different energy around you, all right. Some of these beings or energy would be fairies, all right. Now fairies, they're just existing. You feel me? They ain't on nothing too crazy, but just know if you have done the fairies wrong, then they will fuck with you from time to time. You feel me? In your everyday life, you won't notice it, of course, but let's just say you have a day that just seems like ain't nothing going right. You feel me? Sometimes this is a jinn, but this could also be fairies fucking with you because you did some shit to them in a past life or something. You feel me? All right. So we're gonna talk about Pegasus now. All right. All horse-like creatures, all right, come from the Pegasus, and again, a lot of these creatures, see, there was no real animals like that. Okay, it was mainly dragons, y'all. Dragons. In the beginning, is mainly dragons, y'all. Right? But then all these animals, over time, as we started falling in frequency, they started shifting, right? They started shifting due to the falling frequency, right? So this is where all your myths of like the different mythological creatures come. All these creatures come from dragons, y'all. Dragons are the beginning of like that type of energy, all right? But the all horse-like creatures come from the Pegasus, y'all. And due to the fall of frequency, over time they lost their wings and their ability to communicate with us. Ashe. So we used to have a lot of crazy pets, y'all. We used to have titans as pets. All right, this should get very, very deep, but I'm not gonna go too much. I didn't even put the titans on here, so I might have to do a part three, nigga. I might have to do a part three, bro, cause this shit, man. And y'all can look into this shit, man. Y'all can meditate on this shit. You feel me? But let's see. All right, so we're gonna talk about the Deros now. Now, the Deros are a group of humanoid ETs that are very fat and live underground. All right, and understand something too. I might have to break down the underground cities, but yes, there are big ass tunnels under your cities, y'all, that go for miles and miles, and there are various cities linked. All right, and you thinking that underground is like water or some shit? No, bro, no. All right, the ocean. Look, where the ocean is, these are where the portals are, y'all. This is why they say the ocean is undiscoverable, because there's portals down there, bro, and it gets so dense. It gets dense because of the portals. You feel me? That normal beings cannot go down. You cannot go down there in the flesh suit. You feel me? These portals are metaphysical, all right, and we're so dropped in frequency, we're not gonna be able to go to no portal, man. That's why we're stuck here right now, because until we rise, right, until we ascend the consciousness. This is why they say like this planet is a prison, right? But look, the whole there's underground, bro. There's cities underground, all right. Whether you want to believe it or not, all right. These are just facts that you should simply be aware of. It's not about believing shit. You feel me? And all these different types of manholes, you could go to these cities, but obviously you're not gonna be able to. You feel me? But if you take your ass down, like in these 33rd parallel cities, all right. Now I'm in Las Vegas, so if y'all haven't heard of the underground cities in Las Vegas, I YouTube that bitch. All right. There's literally, you could go to the underground out here, and you could find the homeless living in a civilization down there, bro. And I don't even want to say homeless, because nigga, the planet is our home. They just tricked us, through all this fucking light magic and shit. But anyway, the Deros are a group of humanoid ETs that are very fat and live underground. All right. Elephants, cows, and other various creatures, and even the genetic disease obesity, all stem from the characteristics of the Dero species. All right. And the lifestyle. So look, y'all, the Deros are the way that, bro, these beings, just think of a fat person, bro. And no offense to fat people, right? But the way you eat and consume, you're mindless. For you to be able to get your body to the point to where you're like 300 pounds, you know what I'm saying? But you're only like my height, like 5'10", 5'8". You feel me? That's not, you're mindlessly eating. You're just consuming. All right. And this is what the Deros do. All right. And what they definitely want to try to take over this bitch, but they not, because they can't even take the sun, bro. That's what, and that's another thing too. The sun, y'all gotta understand, bro. The black extraterrestrials, nigga, all these beings that I'm saying, bro, they like 80% of them, 90% of them cannot take the sun, nigga. A lot of these motherfuckers are underground. All right. This is why you don't be seeing them like that. But there's various reports of all these beings that I'm talking about, bro. So it's time to wake the fuck up in this bitch, nigga. I might have to talk about Argartha, you feel me, and Shambhala. You feel me? These underground cities that niggas don't know about. But elephants, cows, and I already said all that. So the Daros are just these fat beings, and they have the trunk-like noses. All right. Zeta Greys. All right. The same thing with the Greys as the reptilians and the humans, the black extra. There's so many so many subspecies of Greys, and they actually have the most, and you'll see why right now. The Greys are the species most people think of when it comes to aliens. All right. So the big gray, big-headed motherfuckers. The Greys cannot reproduce, all right, and have been due to mixing and breeding with various races. All right. And now all they can do is mix with these various species to survive. They are also slaves to the reptilians. Okay? So the reptilians make the Greys do their dirty work, like capture look, y'all, alright. This shit gets so deep. But you gotta have this open mind, alright. So in the 70s, when they were having all those abductions, bro, that was the Greys. But they are slaves to the reptilians, y'all. Alright, so any type of form of communication with a gray alien, alright, they literally have ulterior motives, nigga, for the reptilians. Alright, so don't fuck with no Greys, bro. You can if you want to, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You feel me? Like, nigga, fuck all that, nigga. Cause look, you got it. And another thing too, the Greys have mixed with virtually all species, y'all. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy because they can't reproduce. So pretty soon here, we're gonna see a species of humans, all right, and they're gonna look like Greys, nigga. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. That shit about to come. But that's why they've been abducting humans, because they've been doing experiments on niggas, bro. They've been trying to see how they can, various things that we are not capable of right now, all right? But we're getting there right now. We're ascending, all right? This is why you see so many people unlocking their shit. Niggas doing backflips off buildings and shit. Motherfuckers damn near flying in this bitch. Come on, man. Motherfuckers levitating. Niggas doing telekinesis, all type of elemental abilities, manipulating the elements, all this shit, bro. So that was the Zetas, all right, the Greys. The insectoids are ultimately a group of advanced beings that look like your everyday insects, right? Now, a lot of insectoids actually are hiding as insects, bro. And these are where insects come from, these beings, all right? But as I said before, we've been dropped in frequency, y'all. So everything around us, think about everything around us, but just 1,000 times more advanced, okay? And I'm talking about on all the levels of existence. So insectoids are just these intelligent beings, right, that look like insects. I don't know how to explain that much more. But they have movies on this shit, bro. You can look into all these movies too. They have this shit all in your face, bro. Alright, Octurians. The Octurians look like Greys, but they're purple, alright? They're just very purple. They're very intelligent, alright? Octurians are very, very, very intelligent. They are one of the higher form of conscious beings, okay? But the thing with Octurians is they have played a big part in the manipulation of this planet, okay? So, as I said before, not all beings are bad, okay? Not all Octurians are bad. But these beings they're like survival of the fittest motherfuckers. They don't fuck with dumb shit. They don't fuck with dumb species, you feel me? So they gonna manipulate your ass if they can, alright? And that's what they did, alright? And I told you already that these motherfuckers created the calendars and time spell and shit, alright? Because time is not even real, alright? Time is a created thing to keep you in the system. But that's the Octurians, alright? Very, very intelligent beings. Alright, Celestials. Alright, Celestials are the beings that oversee the cosmos. They are the watchers, the overseers, the skywalkers, y'all. All right. And they have the grand design written in their genetic coding. So, celestial beings are, again, you cannot look at an image for this shit, because some people are going to hear celestial and they're going to think of the black extraterrestrials. Some people think of humans. All right. Celestials come in all forms. Okay. And all celestials, they know, like, you're going to know if you're a celestial because you have the grand design written in your genetic coding. Now, what that means is that all the knowledge that comes out, for some reason, it feels like you know it already. And you can even put out your own knowledge. A lot of celestials come in the form of teachers, y'all, and wise men. All right. They've been coming throughout the whole history of this shit. All right. But the celestials are basically just the overseers of the cosmos. All right. They are the grand design keepers. They are the grandfathers of the cosmos. You feel me? All right. So, clones. Oh, let me break down celestials a little more. All right. So, hear me closely when I say that in order to be a celestial, all right, you have to be of the most high degree. So, all 9 etheric beings are in a sense celestials. You are celestial beings, because you have the grand design in your coding, meaning you have, how do I say this? You're made of stardust, bro. You're from which the cosmos were created. All right, you're made of the plasma energy. So, but this is a thing too. All right, celestials can incarnate in any form. So that's why I say don't look at an image with it. All right, a motherfucking celestial could come down here as a motherfucking cat, nigga, just to see what niggas is on. You feel me? Because they have that power. They are one of those top-ranking beings. All right, but yes, all 9 ethers, you are a part of the celestials, y'all. You are a celestial. You are a star being. That's why you gotta wake the fuck up. You gotta start tapping into your divinity again. You gotta start craving that knowledge again, y'all. That knowledge is where it starts. All right, clones. Let me see if my shit turned off. All right, I can see right there. Peace, y'all. Peace. I can't see the comment. If y'all leave the comments, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share the video. All right, we got a few more beings to go, but I'm gonna do part 3. Let me know what I should do in my part 3, y'all. So if I didn't touch on anything, but clones are genetic copies of beings. All right, there are many clones amongst us. Clones can only reach a third-dimensional mentality because they are limited to a low mental capacity. So if you don't look, man. Now the other shit, I could see how you could say, "Oh, I can't really," because that's some out of this world shit. All right, but the clones, and it's not even out of this world. All right, all this shit is real. You just been programmed. All right, but the clones, nigga. If you don't know about clones by now, it's 2023, bro. It's 2023. They've been cloning motherfuckers since ancient times, y'all. Ancient times. All right. They're even telling you they're coming out with clones now. If they're telling you about it, all right, they've been hiding this shit. All right, this shit's been around. But the fact that they're telling you about it now, it's right there for you to just look into. All right, you should not be ignorant about no damn clones, nigga. All right, and a lot of y'all, okay, to be honest, a lot of the general public, even a lot of y'all are clones. All right, and when I say clones, that just means you are a copy of your genetic makeup. So you cannot reach If you find it very hard to, no, bro, it's like clones are just naturally ignorant. All right, you got to think of the movies too, bro. When every time they clone a nigga, that motherfucking clone don't know shit. He just be walking around trying to act normal. You feel me? Trying not to talk. That's because they don't have that mental capacity of you. It's like a genetic copy. So it's just a copy of you. It's not you. All right. Now it's getting advanced to where they're putting souls in clones, nigga, and that's what they do in like Hollywood and these different things that you've been hearing about, where people are being cloned. You feel me? All right. But understand that clones are just genetic copies of beings. All right, and they're literally programs. Clones are literally programs. You they're just naturally programmed because they they're not their own genetic makeup. All right, so they're already programmed to somebody else's genetic makeup. This is what makes it so easy for to be to program a clone. All right. And this, a lot of NPCs are clones, y'all. A lot of the NPCs are the people that just can't see, but they shit. The motherfuckers, they're not real, okay? And nothing's real, okay? But just understand that there's a lot of synthetic shit going on right now. All right, not just in your food, not in your drugs, but with the people too. Ashe? All right. So, wait, did I do the zombies? Because I'm just about to break that down right now. All right, so zombies, nigga. Everybody think of no nigga, that ain't no motherfucker, no Walking Dead shit, bro. A zombie is just a vessel, okay? A zombie is just an empty vessel, and what they do to make zombies, okay? They have to pick at your energy. They have to take your energy, right? So they're doing a lot of shit right now, nigga, because what they want motherfuckers to stay asleep, because in a sense we are their, like, we're the sheep, all right? We're the ones in the system. So what they trying to do right now is make like a whole bunch of zombified motherfuckers. You feel me? They're trying to make insensitive vessels, all right, that could just be programmed, all right, because they don't know what else to do. This is why there's so much insensitivity going on right now, all right. This is why they're projecting fuck these hoes, fuck these niggas. You feel me? Why do you think they're projecting all this shit? Motherfuckers don't do no type of family reunions no more. Motherfuckers can't even look you in the eye right now. Because we're getting to that stage where it's about to, nigga, you about to be seeing the divide. Alright, you're gonna see who's alive and who's dead in this bitch. Alright. And we know we cannot die, but what do I mean by death? Meaning your energy's gone. There's nothing there anymore. You are barely existing, right? And a lot of people are zombies today. But we're gonna be seeing very soon that you really gonna be seeing motherfuckers just, nigga, this shit. I'm trying to tell you, you see it already, but shit. Alright, so the Orions, so this part, alright. Now this motherfucking Orion star constellation, boy, the Orion gang, nigga, that's what they should have called it, because it seems like all the malevolent beings come from that bitch. Alright. But anyway, the original humans, the original hierarchy human beings, okay, that are in a pact to take over this planet would be the Orion humans. These are your original human beings. Okay. The royal families are all descendants of Orion humans. Okay, so look. Ooh, this shit get deep. Alright, so this is, okay, everybody heard, well, not everybody, but a lot of awakened people already know that the royal families, all the motherfuckers do incest. Alright, and that's because they want to keep that, genetic makeup of the hierarchy human beings, you feel me? But these human beings are the original ones that are in. These are the elites, y'all. These are the faces that we never see and shit. All right, and these human beings, all these beings can, like, yeah. Besides the Celestials, all right, the Octarians can't take the sun, and these beings can't take the sun. All right, and it's crazy. All right, but just know that there's like 30 plus species. No, like nigga, it's a lot. All right, it's way more than 30, but there's a lot of species of human beings. But the motherfuckers from Orion, all right, the motherfuckers that are in control right now, those are the original human beings. All right, and those same human beings have been they've been dominating this planet with the reptilians, the Greys, with with the help of the Greys. All right, but ultimately the reptilians, the Pleiadians, and the Orion human beings. All right, these are the motherfuckers that have been dominating this planet. Right, and there are a lot of star seeds here right now. So not everybody is of these Orion human beings. All right, but they've had help. But you got to see how powerful we is, my nigga. Cause look, it's these motherfuckers. All right, so it's already 3 of them. All right, so we weren't outnumbered like that, but we were outnumbered. All right, nigga, come on. They had help from Octarians. All right, what else? Low key, the Andromedans too. I'm not gonna talk about the Andromedans on here, but nigga, like this shit, cause I hear people talking about, oh, the Andromedans are good. Nigga, the Andromedans is not good, nigga. The Andromedans is not good. All right, they've had help from them. All right, a whole bunch of motherfuckers. All right, so y'all gotta understand how powerful we is. And they had all this help, and they still wouldn't have won if it wasn't for our own people going against us, nigga. That's why it's fuck all the bullshit. It's more important that we unite, bruh. All right, we ain't gonna fix shit until the black people unite. Ashe, we're not gonna fix shit until the black people unite. All right, so look, where am I at? All right, so we just talked about the Orion human beings. All right, light beings. These beings are on a much higher frequency and are usually agreeable. All right, so when I say they're on a much higher frequency, this has to do with every level of their existence. All right, so their mental, their spiritual, all that shit. And light beings would be like your angels, your spirit guides, okay, your ancestors, all these different types of beings that are not here, like in this physical. All right, they're the beings that are on the light plane. You feel me? There's levels to the planes, y'all. I'm pretty sure I broke down the planes, but yeah, these would be your light beings, okay? All right, vampires. All right, now it's crazy to me. I don't know. It's just because I have the open eye. You feel me? But bruh, if you black, you not no motherfucking vampire, nigga. All right, this has to be said. Motherfuckers be thinking they vampires and shit. A number one, the story of a think of the story of vampires, nigga. Cannot take the sun, blood sucking, okay? You have to welcome them into you. Bro, come on, man. You can't see through that motherfucker. Them is motherfucking a sect of white people called Fugarods. All right, this is where this story comes from. And this is one of the sect of the humans, all right, that come from Orion. All right. And basically these were the cave people. All right. These were the cave people. And what they'll do is they got their reputation because they eat the blood and the flesh of animals and humans, bro. And that's it. Their energy it's all about energy with vampires, really. All right. And vampires are in all. Oh yeah, I think I said that. So let me say this real quick. Vampires exist on every plane and feed off energy, yo. The original vampires are called Fugarods and are 6 ether beings. All right. So look, there's multiple levels to vampires, right? There's a level to it to where you have the vampire energy, meaning you just feed off of people's energy, right? You don't really, you just take, it's all taking from you. It's no giving back. It's no reciprocation. These would be your everyday vampires, right? On a metaphysical level. But on a physical level, all right, the original vampires are the 6 ethers, nigga. All right, and they have a lot of okay when they transcend. Okay, they only have spirit, so they can only go so far in the metaphysical plane, y'all. All right, and them being the vampires, their energy is still gonna be that vampire energy. So there's a lot of vampires around us that we cannot even see, y'all, because they've already transcended. They're just spirits now. So be careful of your energy, y'all. Be careful of your energy right now, especially because there's a lot of the frequency is rising. So it's getting easier for motherfucking things to eat at your energy and influence you, especially if you are vibrating very bright. Ashe? So yeah, vampires, they're just energy sucking motherfuckers. All right. You don't want to be a vampire. I'm just saying. Of course, they made it look nice though. I know, motherfucker. I know niggas was watching Twilight and was thinking, damn, that shit cold. I know y'all was. Bro. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. All these damn vampire movies they done had you from making that shit look tight. Nigga, what's cool about drinking a nigga's blood? You tell me, bro. The fuck is cool about drinking a nigga's blood? That's all I want to know. You know, the religion lost me when they started sacrificing shit. All right, I never, even as a kid, I always thought, why are we drinking his blood? Why are we drinking his blood? Like that don't make no sense to y'all, or that makes sense to y'all? That makes sense. Why are you drinking his blood? Why are you sacrificing the person you praise? Is that not cannibalism, y'all? On a metaphysical level, let's think about this shit. But shit, I'm not gonna get into religion because that's a whole nother I'm telling you, I'm not even ready for that shit. Now I'm ready. I just want to be like, I want to have that shit on y'all ass. All right. Werewolves. All right, we're gonna talk about werewolves. All right. Werewolves are the story of how barbaric the humans will become at night. All right. The moon is composed of anti-photon energy and brings out the animal instinct in humans. The word lunatic actually stems from the true meaning behind the moon. All right. So understand, bro, that a lot of these stories about the animal instincts coming out in people, all right, these are human stories, y'all. Ain't no motherfucking black ET finna just turn into no fucking work. Like, I mean, you can manifest that into your reality, you feel me? Because you're that powerful. But that's not your origins. All right. Werewolves are the story of the human beings. All right. Same with Tarzan. They're the king of the apes. All right. That's the story of them too. These are the animalistic genetics. All right. Embedded in humans. All right. This is why humans war and fight and do all this shit. All right. Eat raw meat and shit. But understand that the moon is also, look, man, this shit getting so deep, bro. The moon is a base right now. All right. The moon is a motherfucking base. But anti-photon energy is basically, it's just, as I say, anti-photon energy. So it's literally harmful, right? But we don't see that because we don't have, a lot of people aren't awake to that shit, right? Their eyes aren't open to the moon being harmful, right? But this is why the moon causes the waves, y'all. Y'all ever thought about that? People never, they say that and they think, oh wow, the moon causes the waves to come in and out, the tides. But think about it. The tides represent imbalance. If it was balanced, the water would be still. All right? But the moon brings out the imbalance in the water, nigga. So you got to think about that. All right? And on full moons, what's the story of werewolves, y'all? On the full moon, the werewolf come out. All right, nigga get crazy. You feel me? That is some human shit, bro. They like that shit. They feed off that shit. All right, that type of energy. All right, it's barbarism, and it's not where you come from, my black people. All right, we gotta get this shit straight. All right, because we rising right now. So it's important that you know who you are. All right. All right, I think I'm be able to finish this. This is my last one, y'all. This is my last one. All right. Skinwalkers. All right. Skinwalkers are beings that have mastered shape-shifting and come in various forms. Okay. So skinwalkers is just a term for beings who have mastered shape-shifting. All right. Yes, there's a lot of skinwalkers around you. All right. All them stray cats and dogs, nigga. Them is not no motherfucking strays. Come on, man. That just pop up. All right, all these different beings that just pop up. These are skinwalkers, bro. These are beings that are kind of just watching over right now, Just kind of see what's going on. They ain't on nothing too crazy, unless you got some karmic debt or something like that. You feel me? Some type of energy against them. But a skinwalker ain't just randomly finna attack you, nigga. Especially if you carbonated, nigga. You gotta realize, bruh. Oh, my people. Look, man, you gotta realize what this actually is, bro. All right, a lot of these beings know who you are, bro. A lot of these beings know who you are, and that's why there's such a big game right now, because they don't want you to know who you are. All right, they want you to think everything is just peachy keen, just normal. You feel me? Well, it's time to wake up in this bitch. All right. So that was my little video on the beings. All right. I'm about to upload this bitch right now. So go ahead and do what you gotta do. All right. Appreciate everybody on this bitch. If you guys have questions or if you have any more beings you want me to do, I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do a part 3, bro. Cause I was thinking about there's so many sects of this shit. All right. And I could break down the various planets and the star systems they come from too. All right. Now the star systems is the shit you could Google. You feel me? These are just the constellations that these different star seeds come from. That's why it's called star seed, y'all. Stars, y'all, stars. But there's no stars. That's the whole thing. Ashe. So that's my video on the beings. All right. One love. I'll leave as I come.